We are
Two girls.
on a fast ride. Hi, this is Marie,
Hi, guys. I'm Lynn.
and we are two girls on the fast track. You know
Yes,
that,
we
right?
are.
Yes. And quickly, Marie here from Laval, Quebec. I'm French Quebecois, so pardon my accent. I know I'm doing well, but sometimes I get a little bit nervous and it goes the wrong way.
I
So Lynn,
love
why
your
don't you tell
accent,
us
Marie.
why don't you
I
tell us a
love
little
your
bit?
accent. I'm in Sudbury. I'm in Sudbury, Ontario. We're both in Canada, and we met about 3 years ago
Yep.
on social media
Yep.
and we stayed in touch. We had found out that we had a lot of things in common. We became business partners, and we also share a love for BNI, which is the most successful network marketing organization of its type in the world. So
Totally.
I know today's topic is going to be very relevant to that.
It's really relevant because we want to talk today about the importance of staying connected to develop a business. When the pandemic started, B and I did everything they could. Within 2 weeks, we switched online. Why? Because they wanted us to stay connected. And
Mm.
that's why I'm super excited to share a short story with you guys today that I read in the Leadership in Action magazine. And that topic, you'll see the importance of staying connected. So listen carefully, guys.
I'm listening.
Okay, so it's all about a bunch of people that were hiking through the Corcovado National Park in Costa Rica with their guide, David. One of the participants was chatting with David, and he learned that he had a business degree from a local university and that he wanted to get his MBA. So this participant asked David, why was he a guide since he had a business degree? So I'll skip all the reason except one. David showed all the participants the base of a tall tree with branches spreading out over and massive red buttress roots expanding from the trunk and radiating over the forest floor. The tree was surrounded by smaller trees, ferns, and hundreds of other types of plants. It was an amazing sight, and yet the real story what we couldn't see.
Mm.
As big as the tree was, it was even bigger below ground. Its roots spread out wide and deep beneath our feet, their feet. David explained that its roots were red because they were providing water and other important nutrients to other plants and trees around it. So this one buttress tree was connected with all of the vegetation surrounding it, and those connections were vital to its growth and vital to the growth of each surrounding plant and tree. But to keep from this story, growth requires connections.
Mm.
As you work to achieve your goal, and that's what we're doing, there are times when you need more nutrients and water from those around you, and other times you have extra to give other. So my question to you who are watching and listening, who's connected to you? What is the vital difference they're making or could be making in your growth?
Ooh, man, that is wonderful. What a great story. And, I think about my connections, and I think over the years, I've actually had to, kind of disconnect some connections. And there are some connections that have just grown really strong. And when you talk about those roots, those are the connections. So I love that. And I, what I get from that is having you as our listeners taking a moment to think about the direction that you're taking in your life and how your goals are taking you there, like that root system, right? How
Yeah,
are those goals, how are those connections taking you to get there? Because let's face it, we're all chasing something, we're all after something, we all have these big goals. But when it comes to living the life that we truly want, don't we really need help from other people? Right? We
yeah,
really need help because and why? Because reaching big goals is never easy. and we can't do it alone.
This is so true. This is so true because we can have a small goal, let's say to do more exercise, be on a better diet or whatever. And if we include social media, because this is where we all connect, social media can seduce us into believing others have conquered life all on their own. We all saw somebody receiving a prestigious award at some point, and they think, well, this person is a superhero. And we may be left wondering, why can't I do that?
Yep. And the reality is you can. All those people you see on stage, and the really good, I'm thinking about all the actors that I see getting awards. Every one of them that I like are the ones that thank everybody else.
Exactly.
They realize they have not done it themselves, right? So I know that the reality is nobody gets there by themselves.
Yeah.
So you may see that one person getting all of the applause, but it's what you don't see. It's the roots underneath them. It's what you don't see that's made a difference and has helped support them in their growth along the way. Who is that person connected to? Because that is the real story.
Exactly. It's true for actors, actresses, even athletes,
especially athletes. I'm reading a really good book right now, Marie, called Relentless. And it is the coach of Michael Jordan and some of the Chicago Bulls. And this guy, you'd never know who he was. And that's on purpose.
Exactly.
He's not meant to know. You're not meant to know who he is. You just see Michael Jordan in his glory, flying through the air and, basket after basket, point after point, and being an incredible leader. And how he got there is because of that great root system that he developed.
Yeah, everybody behind the scenes, they tend to do the big work for that person who receives the award or who is doing all these goals. Everybody needs a coach.
Yeah, everyone does. We
all need to connect. All need to connect. So I am really, really looking forward for our viewers and listeners to comment. And
yes,
you can even say an homage to the person who helped you get where you are right now. And feel free to mention and share our video. Don't forget to subscribe, and most importantly, click the little bell so you don't miss any of our new episode. We are really happy for you to have been listening. This is episode 4, and way more to come because we already have some topics in the oven for you guys.
We do. Next week, our next topic is going to be on procrastination.
Oh, yeah.
That affects nobody.
No, not at all. Not at all. Oh, okay. So I'll talk about it later. No, we'll talk about it next week.
Yeah,
yes.
Right.
And my quote for today, because it's my turn to have a quote for today: alone we go faster, together we go further.
Why do you like that one, Marie?
Just because of BNI.
Yes.
Because we cannot, it's not only one person that will, run the chapter. That person needs a team. It needs a team to make sure that everybody's doing their job. So we are going way much further when we have connections.
Absolutely.
I think it was really good for today's topic, Lynn. What do you say?
Oh, I love it. I love it. And I look forward to our next one.
Yes, me too. So don't forget, subscribe and click the bell, and we'll see you next time, guys.
Bye everyone.
Here we are.
2 girls
on a fast ride.